What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here. We're about to calculate the length of a rafter for a 250-inch wide building with a 10-12 pitch. And it also gives us the rafter multiplier that is 15.62 inches per foot run. Now, that's something that you can find on any framing square. All right, and that essentially completes this pitch here, 10-12 pitch. That's how you notate that. That completes this little right triangle that we got here with its hypotenuse of 15.62. Quite nifty, yes, indeed. All right. So how can I use this? Well, I'm going to relate this back to similarity to calculate our rafter length. This is just straight up rafter length, no overhangs, no subtraction of the ridge or anything like that. Just straight up length math America. All right. So half of 250 would give me 125. So I'm talking about a 125-inch run. And I know my slope is always over 12. It has a 12-inch run. So I can set up a proportion where my pitch has the 12 there. That's the run. And then my run that I want is 125 inches. Now, I want my rafter length, which I'll label as X. I don't know that. Now, my rafter length of my essentially scaled down version is 15.62. So this is my rafter. And I always like to make sure that my proportions are set up correctly by looking, okay, rafter, rafter, run, run, right? It's all lined up beautifully. Now, I can go ahead and cross multiply. I get 1,952.5 equals 12x. And then I divide by 12 on both sides, and I'll get 162.708. And then it's like 3 repeating forever. That's what x ends up equaling. So that would be my inches here, which then I can further convert down to read on a tape measure. I'm going to take just this decimal part right here and work with it. So if I subtract that 162 on my calculator, I get 0.708333333. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to multiply that by 16 to get how many 16ths on my tape measure that would be. So when I do that, I end up with 11.3 repeating. So I'm going to have 162 and then 11/16 inches for my rafter length. And for that, we'd probably also say maybe a little strong, all right? Some people will notate with a little plus by the 11, just a little bit more than 11/16 on your tape measure, but 162 and 11/16 would be my length of this rafter. And from there, we'd obviously want to subtract off ridge width and other things that you may or may not know what I'm talking about right now, but this is the straight up math right here, and that's dope.